Hello Scorpio, this is Marija, your my channel Triloka. I am back again with another set of tarot reading for the rest of the month of July 2019. So I've used my new deck, which is a birthday gift to myself. It is called the Slow Tarot deck. It is by Lazy Brand and a beautiful deck. So I've already pulled 3 sets of cards for the rest of the month, and each set has 3 cards, so we have 9 cards on the table. It's not clear on the screen, so I will be showing you the cards. Okay. We've got the first card as the Knight of Coins in reverse. Okay. The second card is the Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay. And we have the Emperor. So I see the Scorpions coming out as the Emperor. Okay. Who is very much calculative for the rest of the month. His approach towards things is very calculative, and he's not reckless about his decisions. Okay, because the Emperor might have to take plenty of decisions. Okay, he is in a position where he has to take decisions, be it work or be it life. Okay, so people might be dependent on him, so he needs to be careful about, not just careful, he needs to be fair as well in whatever decisions he's putting forth. Okay, because it has to be for the better of everybody who's around this person. So your approach is like an emperor. You don't have to be the emperor. It must be just me being the emperor, okay, for the rest of the month. So your approach this month is like the emperor who's making good decisions, careful decisions. He thinks it through. Okay, not going to be reckless about anything. Okay, he's concerned about probably the money as well. Okay, there is this element of not being reckless with any decisions he has to take. And these 2 cards say the same thing almost. Okay, because if you look at this card, we have the person being very chilled out, tossing the coin. Okay, no regards for the coin is something which you have to respect. Okay, even though you use a coin to toss to decide who has to bat first in a cricket, it's like disregarding the respect to money. Okay, but here it is like he values what he has. Okay, and not being reckless about his resources for the rest of the month. Okay, this reading is for the time frame of July 16th to the 31st of this month. Okay, only that time frame. So even with the Knight of Cups, it came out a few times in the previous readings. The energy is like very reckless, even if you're offering something. Okay, if it is an upright. Okay, if you look at him, the horse is riding forwards and he is looking back and offering a cup while riding forward. It's like a dismissive attitude towards the person. Okay, you're not giving much importance to what you're offering. It's like, do you want it? You take it. Okay, come behind me if you want it. That's an attitude which is very snobby. Okay, you do not treat people like that. Even if you want to offer it, you have the decency to look at their face and offer it up front. You do not go like that, take it if you want to. No. Okay, so that is coming through, but it is in reverse. So whatever I have said, dismiss it. I just wanted you to understand the meaning of the card. You're not going to be snobby, okay, about your position. If you have to take a decision, you will be very just about it. Okay, very fair in making the decision. You will think it through. Think about the other people. You're sensitive about. Okay, there is an element of being sensitive to the people who's involved in your situation. Okay, so that is what, so the Emperor is looking at both these knights, which is in reverse. Okay, so it's a good thing. Yeah, very calculated, very calculative approach. The second set of the reading, we have the Four of Swords. This is a brand new deck. I've just got it last week, so I'm unsure. Okay, I'm seeing these cards for the first time. Okay, I've just pulled one spread for me, and that was it. Okay, and I'm doing the readings for today with this deck. So this is the Four of Swords, but we have got it in reverse. Just let me have a look. The energy within this is this woman is laying at the beach, okay, on the rocks, having a good time. She has some shade above her head, okay, to protect her from the sun. Your situation this month, at least by the third week, feels like you cannot protect yourself from whatever situation you are in. Okay, it might seem a little harsh. Okay, your conditions where you find yourself is harsh. It is a little unbearable somehow, and you feel very vulnerable. Okay, overwhelmed in your situation and a little distraught. Okay, yeah. You feel a little lost about where you are at right now. Okay, whatever situation you are in, you feel lost. Okay, you don't know what to do about it. With the Ace of Swords in reverse, interesting. You wouldn't know whether it's in reverse or upright, but I would read this as, because the bird is flying upwards, I will read it as reverse because the birds are defying the gravity. Okay, so this is reverse. There is no writing on these cards. On the aces we have no writing. This is my first ace for the day. So exactly what I was saying, you feel a little lost because you can't think straight. Okay, with the ace is all about your intellect. Okay, so you can't think straight in whatever situation you are in. You feel very overwhelmed with your surroundings. You feel lost. You don't know what to do about it. Okay, and there is no clarity in this situation. If there is, you haven't reached that stage where you can see things much clearer. Okay, so there is no clarity yet in whatever, with this Four of Swords. The feeling is you don't know what to do about this. You feel very lost. These two cards talk about you giving up on a situation. You're like, oh my god, I cannot do anything. I cannot do this anymore. It's like you are giving up because you don't know how to move forward. Okay, within the situation, you don't know how to come through. Okay, that is it. Six of Wands in reverse. This is almost like a victorious celebration. You see the person, after a football match, or a cricket match, the man of the match is held up. He is like cheered, applauded. Okay, so that kind of a celebratory attention is given. Okay, it's like winning something, getting through something, victory. But this card is not talking about your victories. Okay, you are not victorious. It is talking about defeat. Okay, failure, loss. You're losing on something. Exactly what these two cards was talking about. You don't see a way out of this. You feel somewhat like a loser. By the mid of this half, this this next month, half of the month, you know what I'm trying to say, the third week or fourth week, you feel like you're losing out. You feel like a failure, again, because you don't know how to get through it. Your reading is a little depressive. The other four which I did previously was way better. Okay, third set of the reading, we have the Tower. This is the Six of Cups. Okay, I get it, what this is about. And we have got the Seven of Cups in reverse. Starting with the Tower, it's like this card tells me, it's like, what do you say, the playing cards which is made into Tower. Some people, pursue this as a game. Like, I don't understand. You put so much effort and it will just fall. If you just, breathe. It just topples down. This doesn't make sense to me. Why do you invest so much time in making that pyramids out of the cards? Totally useless. Okay, but to each their own. Everybody have their own hobbies. Okay, so this Tower moment is like, you have built something with so much effort, so much focus. Okay, piece by piece you've kept every card. You made a structure. Okay, but the structure wasn't strong enough. The brick which you used, the quality wasn't good enough. Okay, it could just crumble with the first minor something. Okay, just the slightest of an earthquake or something shakes up and it just comes down to the floor. That's it. The strength of this relationship, or whatever it is, I say relationship because the Six of Cups was there. Sorry about that. Six of Cups had come through. So the strength of what you had, what the foundation wasn't good enough. Okay? It was just a feather touch and it crumbled down. So something might have come through, okay? Probably had already, or you are in the situation already. Behind the deck is the Two of Swords. We'll come back to that later. So it's just, it wasn't strong enough to withstand any calamity. In a relationship, it is normal. Again, misunderstandings are normal. Arguments are normal. Your relationship should not topple down to the ground and just get crushed with just one argument. That shows the basis of your relationship wasn't good enough. The foundation wasn't good enough because it is already shaken. It isn't strong enough. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. So something has already happened between whatever you had. Okay, whatever you had was happy times. Okay, with the Six of Cups, you can see two people, a girl and a boy, having a good time, sharing a rose or whatever the flower is. Again, bringing happiness to the other person. But something has affected whatever you had here, and whatever you had here has toppled down with one tiny, as I said, even a breath Okay, you won't even breathe when you are doing this pyramid, because one breath and it can just come down. Okay, so the slightest, that's what I'm getting through, the slightest, the minute problem has toppled down the whole basis of your relationship. It's unfortunate, but this is what I'm getting. With the Seven of Cups in reverse, it is like you don't see any opportunity to get out of this tower moment which you had. Okay, to get back to the Six of Cups which you had previously, you don't see any opportunity to hold on to. Okay, it's like the girl is looking at all the chances up there in these cups. Okay, and she can grab on to whatever she wants. Okay, and there are coins in there, there is plenty of stuff, and there is an apple in there. If she's hungry, she can hold, grab the apple out of the tree, etc. So to make this back to where it was, okay, before the tower moment happened, the people involved in this situation, I'm speaking to the Scorpions. So Scorpio, you don't see the opportunity to make things come back to where it was. Yeah, you feel like a loser. Okay, this is for the deadline, like the time frame between the 16th to 31st, so it might be happening. If you are not in the situation yet, it might be happening. Yeah, or it might have already happened. That is the reason why the Emperor is looking at a calculated approach, probably to get out of the situation, but yet you don't see a way out of this situation somehow. This is only for the rest of the month. I'm not speaking about August. Okay, so don't get depressed. I am right now. Okay, so Two of Swords is behind the deck. The theme is like you were fighting, like there is a conflictual, it's a playful fight. It's the game fencing. I think this game is called fencing, and you just, that's it. Yeah, you're not actually going to poke the heart of the person, and he's not going to be dead, okay, because you poked him with this knife or whatever, the sword. You are well protected, you are armored. Okay, so this is a playful game. Okay, even though you have a sword in your hand and you have an opponent with whom you are fighting, but it is not serious that you can actually kill this person. No, your sword is not going to hurt this person, because both of you are armored enough to protect yourself. Okay, yet I see this heart. Okay, whatever, even though I get this feeling out of your reading that something was playful in the beginning. Okay, maybe an argument which was silly, but then it evolved into something which was serious. Okay, and with this second set, okay, Four of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Six of Wands, the failure thing I was talking about, somehow things evolved to such a situation where you cannot get out of it anymore. It started like a silly shit, silly argument, and then it progressed into something which was like wildfire. You cannot stop it. Yeah, it just blew out of proportions, and you don't see a way out of it. Yeah, it seems like you were stuck in this game. Now, although you didn't want to, you were stuck in this game. It became a little permanent. This argument, whatever it was, this playfulness, whatever it was, it changed course. Yeah, it's like almost like the water has gone above your head. Just something which came out. I was just talk to you about something else as well. Because it is a harsh reading, just another extra for you guys. This is a judgment card, okay? The lady is looking into the mirror and actually seeing all the flaws on her face, okay? I'm looking at for an example, okay, with this judgment card. I'm looking at the screen right now on my camera. I can see all the flaws on my face, okay? I might be looking at myself and I'm like, you need to lose weight. Your nose is a little fat, you know, it's a little too big. I'm looking at all the flaws out there, but when you are watching, you're like, you're okay. We don't see, your nose is fine. You're not all that fat, okay? So it is probably you're saying, yeah, she needs to lose a little weight. Yes, she's right. Okay, I'm just a silly example, but just to make it clear for you, okay? So it's like you are seeing all the flaws, okay? You are judging yourself, judging the whole situation, you blowing it out of proportion. It might not be as bad as you think. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. It's like in your eyes you see all the fault, the fault, but it is false. It is not actually there. The flaws which you see is only in your eyes. To the others who are looking within, they don't see it. So you are over analyzing things. You are being over judgmental. You're criticizing yourself a little too much. You're being harsh, way too harsh to yourself or the situation. That is why you feel like a failure, okay? You can't think things through because your mentality is, it's like you're seeing the small picture, where your eyes can only see. You're not seeing the whole, background. It's just something silly. That's what I keep getting. It's something silly which happened, which is blown out. Yeah, 2 of Swords. So yeah, it might have been something silly which you just let it spark and become a bonfire out of it or something of that sort. Well, do something about it. Yeah. That is it for now. This is Marisha. Until next time. Bye.